So we are back to the final episode of the Blue Jays franchise mode here in MLB The Show 16. So today, obviously you can see the Blue Jays lead 3-2 here in Game 6 of the World Series, the 2020 World Series. The Chicago Cubs heading to Toronto, Ontario, face off against the Toronto Blue Jays in the Rogers Center. So huge game for us. We can go and win our second World Series title in this franchise mode if we pull up this W in this game. So take a look at the series recap so far. Went 4-0 here against the Cubs in Game 1. It was Mad Bum versus Hendricks. Today it's Mad Bum versus Hendricks once again here as Chicago took a 2-1 W in Game 2. They won back-to-back games to Game 2s and 3. We won Game 4 and Game 5. Now we're up 3-2 in this series. Hopefully go and take this game and win another World Series in this franchise mode. So 2020 World Series, huge game for us. As you can see, the fans are all loaded in the stands to go and see this huge pitching matchup. Kyle Hendricks versus the lefty, Madison Bumgarner. So 3 starts apiece. Obviously, an 0-1 record for Kyle Hendricks, a 6 ERA. This man, his ERA is kind of, it almost deceives you a bit. He's got some good stuff, though, for a pitcher. But take a look at their lineup. You have Jason Hayward leading them off. Aston Russell, Chris Bryant. Huge lineup for them. They have 90s across the board in some of their positions. So you really gotta watch over the Cubs lineup, though. They can sneak up and get tons of runs against you in one single inning without even you blinking. So, anyway, Mad Bum starting off for us today, 2-0 record, a 1.59 ERA, insane postseason for him today. Hopefully continue that performance here into this game to go and win us a World Series, but obviously first play of the day, here's gonna be a grinder right to Dan Matt Murphy. Dan racing to the bag, gets the out at first base as he steps on first, the first out of the World Series Game 6. So 2 outs here, as it does one high and deep to left field, and now it's gonna be a line of right to Jock Peterson. Peterson gets down with ease and ends off the top of the first right there, easily for the Jays. So 1-2-3 inning for the Jays right there. Let's take a look at our starting line for the bottom of the first as you have Buxton leading us off. Steve Castor, the man, the myth, the legend, 367 batting average. You have Donaldson. Will Myers is playing so well for us, though. Will Myers, he's on a whole nother level than any of the players in the MLB right now in the postseason. But Kyle Hendricks, he's got the start today for the Cubs as we're going to go and ground out with Donaldson in the first inning with the right 2 outs. Donaldson just gets the ground out right there to the shortstop. Russell throws the first, gets the out, and ends off the bottom of the first quickly right there. So to cap off the first inning right there, it just basically scoreless as we go into the top of the second inning here. 2-2 count as Anthony Rizzo waves at the curveball right in the zone by Madison Bumgarner as a strikeout, the first strikeout of the day, the first K of the day put up by Mad Bum in the second inning. So obviously Mad Bum, a strikeout machine. He can strike out tons of batters if he wants to, but 2 outs here as a grinder right to Tulo. Tulo takes his time, guns to first, gets the out, and that's going to end off the top of the second right there, easily for the Jays right there. So another 1-2-3 inning. So far, I guess you could say that Mad Bum does have a no-hitter through 2 innings, but with 1 out, it's just been a striking, swinging and missing on that pitch right down to low for the strikeout. But 2 outs here as we have Jamie Harris up. But Jamie, it's high in the air, deep to right field. That one's got some distance, but it's been held up right on the warning track. Easy play in right field. Gets the out, ends off the bottom of the second inning right there for the Cubs. So the Cubs, looks like Hendricks smooth sailing through 2, but here grounded right to Dan the Man Murphy. Dan, again, racing to the bag, gets the out, and that one is going to go and get the first out of a third right there. So there's 1 out here in the top of the third inning here, 0-2 count as a swing and a miss right down low away. But look, we go and tag the batter. Yeah, we still I thought we tagged him out, but we throw it to first anyway. Close play at first, but nonetheless we get the out anyway. But it's kind of weird though, I haven't seen this before. We go and tag the batter. I don't know if he missed him there with his hand, I'm not really sure, but nonetheless throw to first and gets the out anyway for the second out. So 2 outs here, 1-2 count, a grounded right to Will Myers. Will Myers takes his time on the hop there, gets the out, ends off that third inning right there for the Jays easily. So 3 innings, either team has hit so far as we Tulo come to play here, bottom of third. Our first man leading us off the third here for Tulo. He smacks the one high in the air, deep to left field. That one's carrying, that one's back. Take a look at it, you won't see it for long. Home run, Troy Tulowitzki. So Tulo just hammers that baseball, knocks it to the park, and now 1-0 lead here for the Jays in Game 6 of the World Series. So Tulo, so far 1 for 1 today so far as Tulo. I thought he was done though. I thought Tulo was not going to be playing well at all, or even playing at all in the World Series. But Tulo, 3 home runs in the postseason, a 384-footer straight to left field. That one a no-doubter home run by my boy Troy Tulowitzki. So Tulo, I don't know if he's retiring at the end of the season. If he does, and hopefully caps this one off with a ring because he can win the World Series here tonight if we get this W. So if Tulo can do that, perfect storybook ending to a career by Tulo with the Blue Jays. Buxton Just looks at that one for strike 3 called. That's a strikeout for Buxton. But strikeouts, speaking of strikeouts, we do have Chris Bryant striking out by Mad Bum, and now it's going to end off the third right there, or top of the fourth right there for the Jays. We have Will Myers at the bottom of the fourth inning here, smacks one deep to left field, onto the line out. Now it's going to end off the inning right here there for the Jays once again on offense. So our offense, now looking at all besides for Tulo, as the top of the fifth inning here, we're going to swing and miss at Anthony Rizzo sitting down on the strikeout. So two outs here in this inning, as yet another strikeout. Gonzalez sits down after he waves at the curveball down and away. Another strikeout for Mad Bum on the day so far once again. So now bottom of the fifth inning here, Jamie Arias high and deep to right field. We saw this one before, but this time it goes in the stands, but Jason Hayward makes the catch, and that one is an out to end off that inning right there. So perfect play there by our man Jason Hayward. We have Tulo coming to play here, 2 outs here. Tulo trying to go and make this one a game once again, even more of a lead, but Tulo this time they hit right to right field, and now it's gonna be a base hit here, a single for Tulo once again. So Tulo, a home run, a single. That's their entire offense for the day so far, as you have our man Dan the Man Murphy here coming on with one man on with 2 outs, but down this time it's gonna get grounded right to the shorts, or the second baseman there. They flip it to second, get to the fourth out, and that's gonna end off our inning right there for the Jays. So our offense not working at all besides for Tulo's top of the sixth inning here, 1 out. Then smacked one high in the air, deep left center field. That drops right in the gap here, right past Buxton. That one's gonna be a single and more, and an easily double, a stand-up double for the Cubs on that hit. So I believe that might have been Lorenzo Cain with that hit, and now he's on second base here, 1 out, as next batter up hits one high in the air into shallow territory into left center field. That drops for a base hit, and we're going to try heading it home, but that's way too late, and he's going to move up for a double on that play. So a perfect hit there by the Cubs, makes win a 1-1 game here, all-time ball in a piece. But next matchup, grounds it right to Donaldson. Donaldson takes his time, guns it first, gets the out. Now it's going to make it 2 outs here, the runner on second base here in scoring position here for the Cubbies. So we do not want to let this one get out of our hands here, as just going to look as strike 3 is called on that curveball, and we even swing at that one. That's going to end off the inning right there for the Cubbies. So bottom of the sixth inning here, 2 outs, as Castro grounds it right to the shortstop. Russell just guns it first, gets the out. Kind of a close play there at first, but nonetheless ends off yet another scoreless inning for the Cubbies on defense again. So top of the seventh here, 1-0 count, as a grounder right to Donaldson. Donaldson takes his time, guns it first, and gets the out. A close play at first, but an out nonetheless. That's the first out of the inning right there, as Chris Bryant not really playing that well today so far, as now another batter in the box, as getting the grounder right to Donaldson. Donaldson, a fancy play there, spinorama, gun it to first, gets the out. Now it almost knocked Dan the Man Murphy off first base, but it's an out nonetheless, as Anthony Rizzo grounds out our man Tulo on defense. A Tulo home run, a single, great play in defense. Check. He's played so well for us today. But speaking of checks, a checking out right there is one of the batters for the Cubbies, and that's a strikeout end off the inning to get there for the Cubbies once again. So bottom of the seventh inning here, a dive by Anthony Rizzo at first base here, gets Will Myers out at first. A perfect play there by the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo, on defense. So it's great. It's basically due to defensive plays and our inability to go and hit the baseball in the right places is why we barely have any hits on the day. As we swing and a miss on that one, down away to strike out the inning right there. A Mad Bum still in here, and a grounder right to Dan the Man Murphy. Steps on first once again for the third time today. Gets the out, and that's going to go and get the first out of the eighth right there for the Jays. So Mad Bum still sailing very well so far. 83 pitches in, and he's still doing very well. But grounder right to Donaldson. Donaldson guns it at first, gets the out once again. 2 outs in the eighth. So it's do or die time for us here, as we need to go and put up some runs in our bottom of the half inning here in the eighth. But it looks like Mad Bum provides us a little bit of support there, gets the out in the eighth, a fly out right to right field, and now right to the bottom of the eighth inning here. The magical inning all season long. Rafe made comebacks, and guess what? Our magic boy, Troy Tulowitzki, hopefully can make another home run and make this one a non-tie ball game. But Tulo smacks one high and deep to left center field. Take a look at it, you will not see it for long. Home run, Tulo, a second home run of the day. Makes this one not a tie ball game anymore. 2-1 lead for the Blue Jays here in the bottom of the eighth inning here for this game. So huge play by Tulo, 2 home runs. I guess Tulo, too. It's kind of funny. His number is 2. He's hit 2 home runs. His name's Tulo, but 4th home run of the postseason, 398-footer straight to left center field, and we just broke this baseball game in our favor once again by our man Tulowitzki. So Tulo's provided us basically all the offense we have today. We had 4 hits, 3 of them are Tulo's, and that means Kyle Hendricks, your day is over. You're out of here. So Kyle Hendricks, he's out of this baseball game. He's played very well for the Cubbies right though. He's a hard hitter to pitch against or bat against. But anyway, bring in the toughie. relief right there in a lefty, Terrence Gant, to go and finish off this game. And 0 ERA, not a single earned run allowed against them. His averages below 200 for both lefty and righty. And guess what? Dan Murphy just pops it up high in the air. The shell left territory. It's caught by left fielder, and that could be the last at bat for Dan Murphy here in the season. So now 2 outs here with Jock Pearson on. Jock, look, a strike 3 is called on the top right corner, and he's looking against that one's kind of risky, I guess. As we're now hitting the top of the 9th inning here. Matt Bum's still low, 85 pitches in. Lorenzo Kane coming out to the plate here, trying to go and make this one in their favor, but he grounds it right to our man Tulo. Tulo takes his time way too much, and that one too late on that one. An infield single there by Lorenzo Kane at the speed. So Tulo, I guess he messed up there, but a runner on first base, 0 outs for the next batter up is Jason Hayward. Hayward, it's behind the air, deep left field, and that one hangs up just a bit. It's caught by Jock Pearson. 1 out, 1 man on here in the 9th to go. We need to get 2 more outs here to go and win the World Series here. Now we're only down to 2 outs. So next man up swings and misses on that changeup. That's Addison Russell checking out there for the day, and that one is now 2 outs. Now we have the Wonder Boy Chris Bryan, MVP in 2016 here, last year in real life. Could he go and pull off an MVP-like play and make this one a home run to go and break it open for the Cubbies? Brian grounds to Myers. Myers clicks that one. He's going to casually throw it to first base, gets the out, and that means your Blue Jays are world champions once again. So the Blue Jays' 3rd overall World Series championship here in their franchise history, as they got 1 in 92, 93, 2017, I believe, and 2020 now added to the mantle in the rafters. So, man, just huge overall season for us. Donaldson, Tulo, maybe Tulo can go and retire here after the season and cap off a career with a World Series champion. So Tulo, 2-time overall World Series champion. He's number 2. His name's Tulo. 2 home runs in this World Series game, a clinching game, and he went 3 for 3 in the day with a single and 2 home runs. So congratulations to the championship Blue Jays here in 2020. So take a look at, I guess, some of the players celebrating here in the outfield, as everyone's having a heyday out there. Everyone gets rings. Yoenis Cespedes gets rings, Will Myers gets rings, everyone gets rings here on this team, as we're all world champions. So there's Tulo celebrating there at his normal position at shortstop, and that could be the last game of Tulo's career here in the MLB. So I guess we'll end the final episode of the Blue Jays Franchise Mode off right here. Make sure to like, subscribe for the new Rockies Franchise Mode, the MLB The Show 17, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.